Greetings, travelers, and welcome to the Fairy Tavern. I'm here again with my friend and co-host,
Isaac. Hello. And we have a guest, the same guest from last time on our podcast.
Couldn't stay away.
It is I, Jacob, repeat offender and visitor.
Repeat offender. Emphasis on that.
Emphasis on offender.
Well, we liked the Irish folklore so much last time. We're going to do another episode of that.
This time I'll win. Last time, I got off. This time it's all me.
Sure.
Yeah, but before we get into that, I'll tell a little bit of a story because I saw something very interesting the other day. Very fairy type experience, I guess. But yeah, I saw an angel the other day.
Please explain.
Yeah, and you guys can believe me or not, but I'm just telling it how it is. The context of the story is I was waking up from a dream, and in this dream, I was like a teacher in a school, and there's a bunch of kids there, and for some reason, I was like dragged out of the school, and there was just like ominous like darkness that fell over the school. And it was like, oh, like something bad's going to happen to those kids, but like someone like save me. And then I remember like praying that like in the dream, I was praying that Jesus would come in and like save those kids. Well, in the dream, there was like this like figure that was like clothed in white that like came into the school. So it was a very pleasant dream. But then when I woke up from the dream, I saw this really bright light in the room, and it was just dancing around the room and swirling. It was this bright white light, and there was these like bluish and like purple and yellowish trails that were like coming off of it. And when I saw the light, I was also like, I was very happy, like my heart was singing, but there was like literally like I could hear like a voice, like not audibly, but like in my heart, and like it was like singing about the dream that like Jesus Christ comes in and he like comes to save my soul. I don't know, kind of the singing, it wasn't like any particular voice I had heard before. The closest thing I could think of is if you've ever seen the Jonah movie from VeggieTales, and it's like the Second Chances song, which slaps.
Banger song, yeah.
Yeah, I think VeggieTales has the most accurate angel. But yeah, if there's like a giant artichoke that came into my room and I was like, do not be afraid.
That's fantastic. No, that's very, very cool.
But I don't know, that's just what happened. So I heard the voice and I, saw the light dance around the room, very crazy. And then it just went up through the ceiling, and actually like around like where it went up in the ceiling, like the ceiling kind of like turned to hexagons. I think they were hexagons, but that's just what happened. Like the hexagon, they're kind of purpley and stuff. Actually, that's not the first time I've seen the hexagons, but yeah, that's what happened.
Wow. You're not one for just BSing all the time. So I'm inclined to believe you.
Yeah. I don't know, but I felt like I just needed to share that because that was a profound experience.
When did that happen?
That happened right after Halloween, actually. It was the morning after Halloween.
Wow. That's very, very cool.
But yeah, also this fits nicely into our book, because I was going to bring up in the beginning how St. Patrick, who's already come up already in a story, he's pretty tight with his guardian angels. In the preface to this book, it opens up with St. Patrick, who I guess he recorded a lot of these stories. And it talks about how he's planted all these churches and pretty much conquered all of Ireland for Christ. And like there was one last warrior, like pagan warrior, and he had him recount to him all these stories, and he wrote them down. And in the preface, it talks about he was hearing all these stories, and he kind of recoiled at the like pleasure that he took in all these like pagan stories. And then it talks about in the preface, he poured forth all his worries to his guardian angels. And they're like, don't worry, like these stories will be basically for good people to enjoy until the end of time. But I just kind of like to think that that is like us and everyone who's listening
Oh yeah.
to this podcast. They're doing exactly what the angel foretold,
Enjoying the stories.
enjoying the stories. But yeah, so we are going to get right into the next story. This one is fairly long, just about as long as the Son of the King of Ireland story.
Okay.
But I think you guys will really like this story as well.
I'm excited.
So, you've heard of Jack and Jill before, right?
Yeah.
Went up the hill to fetch a pail of water.
Well, this story is called Jack and Bill.
Oh, his cousin.
All right, let's get right into it. There once was a king who wanted very much to have a son. He turned to his chief advisor for guidance on what he should do in order to bear a son. His chief advisor told him that if he gave the queen one thing, she would finally bear a son. All right, this is the first question. What did the chief advisor say that he should give to the queen? Option 1, divorce papers / get a new wife.
Okay.
Option 2, a fish. Option 3, an herb from his garden. Option 4, a piece of the true cross.
I mean, it seems too easy for it to be an herb, so I'm going to go with the piece of the true cross.
Okay.
I think it's the herb.
So, it is actually the fish.
Oh,
Fish. Surely it's like a particular kind of fish, not
Yeah.
just fish.
So, he suggested that he give her a fish, only that the fish must be prepared in a special way. It must be cooked very carefully, so that no blob or blister would arise on the skin of the fish as it was cooking. However, as the fish was cooking, there was a blob that appeared on the fish, but the cook smoothed out the blob with her finger. Then she put her finger in her mouth to cool it, by which she also got a taste of the fish. The fish was given to the queen, but the rest of the fish was thrown out into the yard. The leftover pieces of the fish were eaten by a mare and a greyhound. So, the next year, the queen had a son, but the cook also had a son. The mare had 2 foals, and the greyhound had 2 pups. And so it was that the cook's son and the queen's son were sent to the same place to be cared for. However, both the cook's son and the queen's son looked so much alike that no one could tell them apart. The queen was distraught that she could not tell which was her son. So the queen consulted the chief advisor, asking him what she should do to find out which was her son. And the chief advisor said, all right, question 2. What did the chief advisor say to the queen? Option 1, go to the children and see how they greet you. Option 2, give half of each child to both mothers. Option 3, give them both a special fish with no blobs. Option 4, wait until midnight to see which one of them turns green.
Wait. Option 2 was give half of each child to.
Yep.
Wow.
Half of each child to both mothers.
Anything could happen in these stories.
Anything could happen.
Really? I think it's the wait until midnight and see which one turns green.
Green. I think we're doubling down on the fish. More fertility fish.
So, it is actually option 1. So both of you missed that one. It
You're
is
not doing so hot.
that go to the children and see how they greet you. So the chief advisor said that she should stand in the doorway and see how the children greet her as they go by. The one that bows their head to you is truly your son, while the one that laughs at you is not. When the queen's true son bowed his head to her, she had her servants put a mark on the child so they could tell the two apart. The queen's son was called Bill, while the cook's son was called Jack.
Here we go.
And it was after they all had supper that the queen insisted that Jack leave them, saying that he cannot stay with them any longer because he is not her son. But Jack was grieved to be separated from Bill, whom he loved and considered to be his brother. But the queen insisted. So, as Jack was leaving, he said to Bill, "If any harm comes to me." All right, question 3. What did Jack say would happen if any harm comes to him? Option 1. The water would turn to blood in the well. Option 2. The same harm would come to Bill as the lives of the two are tied together. Option 3. The cook would become the new queen. Option 4. A great serpent would come and attack the village.
You know, I think they're like the same person. I'm going with option 2. I think they're tied, soul ties.
I think the same thing. But what was option 1?
It is, the water would turn to blood in the well.
What was option 4?
A great serpent would come and attack the village.
Wow. What was option 3?
The cook would become the new queen.
I guess I'll say that.
Well, it was actually option 1.
What?
I was like,
3. I need to tap into my Irish.
I know. It doesn't even seem like it would be in that story.
it's just interesting because it's like the one that I think you would guess. Like, you don't guess that one, but I don't know. All right, so Jack told Bill that if any harm should come to him, there would be a sign that would appear in the well. The water in the top of the well would turn to blood, while the water underneath would turn to honey. So Jack was off. Very strange, yeah. So Jack was off, and he took both one of the pups and one of the foals that were born because of the blobless fish. The wind behind Jack could not catch him, but he caught the wind that was before him.
Wow.
I added that in because that's just something that comes up a lot. It was in the other story, but I just didn't say where it's like they're outrunning the March wind.
Nice.
So Jack's, outrunning the wind. So after Jack was finished playing with wind, he finally reached the house of a king. Jack asked the king if he wanted a servant. The king told him that he could use a servant to take care of his cows. The next morning, Jack was sent out with the cows, but the place where he was told to drive the cows had no grass for them to eat. Jack searched the countryside for anywhere with grass. Eventually, he found a luxuriant place full of rich green grass. However, there was a catch. Question 4.
There's going to be a giant. I'm calling it right now.
What was the catch? Option 1. There was a fairy mound there. Option 2. The field was guarded by a giant. Option 3. There was a strange old woman who lived in a nearby cabin. Option 4. The king of poison lived there.
He's back.
He's back for
Never
revenge.
died.
All right, what do you guys think?
I think there was a giant.
No. I pre-fired.
You can guess the same if you want.
No, see,
We
that
can?
would defeat.
That's
what
we didn't do last time.
I don't want you to lose points for the sake of,
You know, maybe there's the old hag. You know, maybe the giant. Maybe the giant's wrong.
Okay. What do you guess, Isaac?
I guess the giant.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. The field was guarded
Curses.
by a giant. But, knowing this, Jack went anyways. As the cows were grazing in the field, he climbed up into an apple tree and started eating the apples. But then the giant strode in, saying, "Fee, faw, fum, I smell the blood of an Irishman." The giant threatened Jack, saying, "I will grind you into powder and make you into snuff for my nose."
Wow.
Just gonna snort him.
You're turning into
Yeah.
drugs. This is crazy.
Giant's got issues.
Yeah.
But Jack retorted by saying that the giant should be merciful. The giant then gave Jack a choice. They could go against each other with red-hot knives, trying to drive them into each other's hearts. Or they could fight one another on red-hot flags. I have actually no idea what that means.
Red hot flag.
I tried to find out. Yeah.
There's burning flags.
I think it's like you're fighting on some kind of sinking ground and you got to beat the other person while not sinking. I think that might be what it is.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, and then so Jack's like, "Yeah, I'll do the red hot flags." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm used to fighting on red hot flags at home, so apparently it's a thing.
Interesting. Okay, Jack.
So, the two were fighting. They strove together all day. And then, as it became evening, a little bird flew over to Jack and said, "The giant will make an end of you if you don't make an end of him."
Thanks, bird.
So Jack, with all his strength, brought the giant down on his knees. However, the giant told Jack that he should spare the giant because, question 5, why did the giant say that Jack should spare him? Option 1, he would give him some magic clothes and a sword that would give him super strength, speed, and invisibility. Option 2, he knows who Jack's father really is. Option 3, the giant would tell him where he can find a golden chest. Option 4, the giant said he can help Jack trick the queen into thinking he's Bill.
No shot he knows who his dad is. It's just a random giant, has no idea.
What do you think, Isaac?
I think it's option 1.
I think it's option 4. That's the Bill one, right?
Isaac's right. Yep. The giant offered him 3 gifts that would give him super strength, speed, and invisibility. So,
he's becoming the little green man from the other story.
Yeah. He gave him a sword that can cut through anything. Sound familiar? Slippers that would allow him to run faster than the wind. Well,
wait a minute.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, Jack's already faster than the wind, so he kind of doesn't need them.
Useless slippers.
And then he had a suit that would grant him invisibility. So not a cap, but a suit. Jack took the 3 gifts that were hidden behind a red door in the hill. Then Jack wanted to try the sword to see if it was really as sharp as the giant said.
He's going to use it on the giant.
Yeah.
Wow.
The giant told him to try out the sword on a big black gnarled tree stump that was nearby. But Jack said, "I see nothing blacker and uglier than your own head."
Jack what?
Excuse me, Jack. So, Jack struck off the giant's head. Then,
Dang.
yeah.
Racist.
The giant just gave him a bunch of free stuff.
Well, at least got justice. So, the head flew into the air, the head that Jack lopped off. But, as it was coming down, Jack caught the head on his sword and split the head into 2 halves.
Wow.
He's a showman, a trick shot.
If that wasn't enough, then, after the head split in 2, somehow the head spoke to Jack, saying, "It was good for you that I did not join the body again, or else you would not have been able to strike off my head again." Then Jack returned home with his cows, and everyone wondered at how much milk the cows gave that night. The next day, as Jack was in the field with the cows, Jack encountered question 6. What did Jack encounter? Option 1, a little old man. Option 2, a short green man approached with an old rusty sword, magic slippers, and a cap, laughing at him maniacally as he began to grow to the size of a castle.
Please let it be that.
It's just like anime battle.
Please. His nemesis.
All right, option 3, a giant with 2 heads.
It's going to be that one.
Option 4, a beautiful young woman.
Yeah, it's option 3. Another giant. They love their giants in Irish.
Okay.
Am I allowed to say the same thing?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll say the same.
Yep, it was a giant with 2 heads. All right. Now, Jack was soon entangled in battle with this giant as well. And as he was wrestling with the giant, a bird came up and spoke to Jack like the first time when he brought the giant down. However, the giant asked Jack to spare his life, and in return, the giant would give him the best thing that he had. All right. What did the giant give Jack? Question 7. So, first option, a magic spear that would separate into many barbs as it entered the body. Option 2, a magic stick that could grow to form a bridge. Option 3, another magic suit that would grant invisibility. Option 4, a magic key that could open any lock.
Magic stick for the bridge. He already has a sword. He doesn't need a weapon.
Okay.
Magic key, I think.
So it's actually another magic suit.
Useless gift. Awful.
It's like
Kill him immediately.
this one I kind of made tricky because all these other options actually come from Irish folklore.
Yeah, that's it.
So the spear that breaks up into other barbs is called the gay bolga.
Gay bolga.
Yeah, the aptly named gay bolga. So anyways, he gave him another magic suit that would grant him an invisibility when worn. This item was also hidden behind a red door in the hill.
Nice.
These giants are not very original.
They're definitely the same giant over. That's what I think. I'm predicting that right now.
But then Jack cut off the 2 heads of this giant like the first, and then the heads having flown into the air, he caught the heads on his sword as they fell down, splitting them both in half. Then the heads spoke to Jack, telling him...
I wonder what they're going to say.
Probably something racist. That it was good that they did not join the body again. But then Jack took the magic suit home. And that night, the cows gave even more milk than the last time.
Okay, cows.
Why?
The cows are like, let's go! They're watching this. It's the cows, more milk.
It's not very well explained. The next day, Jack was in the field again. This time, he was approached by a giant with 4 heads. But Jack cut off all the heads, just like the other 2 giants, making 8 halves of the heads this time.
It's going to be an 8-headed giant.
These poor cows.
Yeah.
They're loving it. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So, this time, the giant
They're
gave...
going to be like little raisins.
Little raisins.
This time, the giant gave him an item hidden behind a blue door inside the hill.
It has to be different this
It's
time.
a
It
suit
can't be another
that
suit.
turns you not invisible when you
This
wear it.
time, he got a pair of shoes that lets you run faster than the wind when worn.
He definitely immediately strike him down.
Yeah, so he kills that giant
The
too.
giant has 3 items, and he has infinite numbers of these 3 items.
So, when Jack came home that evening, the cows gave even more milk than the other 2 times.
Somebody help these cows, man.
And this time, the king wondered at why the cows were giving so much milk. And the king also noticed that he heard no sound of giants roaring in the distance. Jack told the king and the princess that was also there that the reason the cows were giving so much milk was because... All right, next question. What did Jack say was the reason that the cows were giving so much milk? Option 1. They eat special grass that puts them into a really good mood. Option 2. He encourages them by whacking them with a stick. Option 3. They are not the same cows. Option 4. They were blessed by St. Patrick.
I think St. Patrick's milking those cows.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's milking the cows. I think he essentially tells the truth. He's talking about the grass. It's the giant's grass.
So it's actually whacking them with the stick.
You just didn't have a stick! I tried to guess stick earlier, no stick.
Yeah. So, Jack told the king and the princess that he would whack them with a stick, and the cows would get so excited that they would jump over stones, ditches, and even over walls.
They like that.
I don't like the cows.
Yeah, sketchy cows. The next morning, the king and the princess stared intently into the field, wanting to see what Jack would do. As Jack was whacking the cows with sticks, they were jumping over walls and ditches and stones.
So this was actually happening.
I guess, or maybe he's just trying to cover up the lie.
He's just beating the cows.
It's not really explained. Then the king said that there was no lie in Jack's words. However, question 8, what happened next? All right, option 1, a giant with 8 heads approached. Option 2, 3 giants with no heads approached. They're back for revenge. Option 3, a talking wolf approached. Option 4, a serpent approached.
I'm going to go with the 8-headed giant. It's still consistent.
I don't want it to be the giant. I'll say the wolf.
Okay.
That'd be a good change of pace.
A solid guess, but unfortunately it's wrong. And so it was actually, both of you missed that.
Was it the 3 no-headed giants?
It was the serpent.
What?
Yeah.
There's your change of pace.
Well, I kind of put it up as an option in an earlier question as foreshadowing. But yeah, it was a great serpent that had come out of the sea.
Jormungandr.
This serpent came out of the sea every 7 years, demanding that he must eat the daughter of some king in the land, unless there was some man who could fight for her. This time, it was the princess at this place Jack was staying that was demanded by the serpent. However, there was a man who would fight for the king. All right, question 9. Who was the person, the hero, who would fight for the king? Option 1, a big bad bully, the kind that could beat up the serpent and take his lunch money.
Very nice, very nice.
Option 2, a boy that looked just like Jack. Option 3.
It was Jack. It's literally Jack.
Option 3, the Prince of Poison, the son of the King of Poison. He offered his services in return for the hand of the princess in marriage.
I mean, that would be consistent.
Yeah.
Option 4, Jack with all his OP gear volunteered.
It's definitely Jack. It's gotta be Jack.
Okay.
I think it's the guy who looked like Jack.
It's Bill, probably.
All right, both of you are wrong.
What? Is it? It can't be the Prince of Poison.
Maybe I made this too hard.
No. These are good. These are good.
So it was actually the big bad bully.
Who's gonna say he's breaking lunch money?
Okay, I added that part in, but it was a bully.
Like the snake has lunch money?
The snake, the very respectful snake, by the way. He's like, I won't eat her if someone wants to fight me. Like, oh, wait.
Yeah. All right, so the king had a bully that he had been feeding underground for 7 years.
That's definitely illegal. That's a problem.
I don't know why it has to be underground.
Feeding the underground bully.
Yeah, and so this bully had been designated for such a task. So the princess and the bully went out to the shore. The bully tied the princess to a tree.
Why?
As bait.
Oh, okay.
While he hid in an ivy tree nearby, waiting for the serpent to approach. Now, the princess had before asked Jack if he would help her, but Jack had refused. What a guy.
He's just in it for the cows.
He's just in it for the cows.
He is, really.
But now, Jack decided that he would actually go and help the princess after all. So, wearing the suit of invisibility, he came to the princess's aid. And he walked over to the princess without being seen, the one who was tied to a tree. Then he said, "Is it right for a princess to be tied to a tree?" The princess replied, saying, "It is not indeed." Then the princess told Jack everything that had happened and how the serpent was coming to take her. Jack said that he would help the princess only if she let him sleep with his head in her lap, and the princess would wake him up when the serpent was approaching. She agreed, but then, question 10. What happened next? Option 1. The princess waited for so long that she fell asleep as well. Option 2. The serpent actually came. Option 3. The bully came down from the ivy tree and beat Jack up. Option 4. A little bird came and whispered something into Jack's ear.
This is difficult. I feel like the little bird has been consistent throughout.
Mm-hmm. It's been faithful.
It's been the old faithful little bird. So I'm going to go with bird. It's bird time.
I think the snake came.
You're right. The serpent actually came.
No! I'm barely even Irish anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So, the serpent came up out of the watery depths and on into Ireland. But the princess awakened Jack when she saw it approaching. Jack got up and fought with the serpent, and he drove it back into the sea. Then Jack cut the ropes that were used to tie the princess to the tree. I don't know why he didn't do that before.
Why did you start there? He was like, no, I'm going to leave you there. I'm going to take a nap right quick. Wake me up.
Now, the bully came down out of the tree and brought the princess back to the king. But then the bully said to the king that he had a friend to come and fight the serpent, but he would fight it tomorrow. The next day, the same thing happened. The bully tied the woman to a tree and went and hid in the ivy tree, waiting for the serpent to come. But Jack came just like before, this time with the suit of invisibility that he got from the second giant.
Because it only works once?
I guess it's not really explained. So, he came up and talked with the princess, but the princess did not know that it was him. So the princess told him everything again that had happened and how a young gentleman had come and saved her yesterday. But Jack once again asked her if he could sleep with his head on her lap. In like manner, the princess awakened Jack when the serpent came, and he fought it off just as before. Now, afterwards, the bully told the king that he got a second friend to fight off the serpent this time. Now,
I think, just to take note of how strange it would be to have an invisible person's invisible head sleeping in your lap while you're tied to a tree. Like,
yep.
Okay, Irish folktales. Continue.
All right. So on the third day, the princess was brought up again to the same place. But this time, a great crowd of people came to see the serpent that would take the princess away. But Jack came again, this time wearing the suit from the third giant, and he slept with his head in her lap just like before. But this time, the princess wanted to make sure that she could find him again. Question 11. What did the princess do? Option 1, she cut off a piece of his hair. Option 2, she took one of his shoes. Option 3, she put a mark on him. Option 4, both 1 and 2. Option 5, both 1, 2, and 3. I was being a little cheeky there.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, or 3.
1, 2, and 3. So, piece of his hair, shoes, and mark.
If he takes his shoe, he won't be able to run faster than the wind anymore.
He can already do that.
Why does he have 3 pairs of shoes he doesn't need? I'm gonna go with the 1, 2, and 3. I think she does all of it.
Okay.
I think 1 and 2.
You are right, Isaac.
Yeah. Winning by a landslide.
She cut off a piece of his hair and took one of his shoes. This time, when the serpent came, Jack took his sword, the sword that could cut through anything, and he drove it into the back of the serpent's neck. And blood and water gushed out of the serpent for 50 miles inland.
Holy cow.
Crazy. But then, when they came back to the king, the bully told the king that this time he was the one who had saved the princess. So the bully's taking credit, or trying to take credit. And then the bully was highly honored after that. Now there was a wedding, and the bully was going to marry the princess. The big bad bully.
That was very fast.
Yeah. However, the princess said that she would only marry the one whose hair matched the lock of hair that she had cut from her hero, and whose foot would fit into the shoe that she had taken. However, the bully could not even put one of his toes into the shoe.
Oh my god.
Now, the king gave a great ball, and many men went to the ball, saying that they were the man who saved the princess.
This is so Cinderella.
Yeah, it is really. And many tried hacking off pieces of their feet so they could fit into the shoe.
Very Cinderella. Okay.
But no one could put the shoe on. Now the second day, the king threw another ball, but still no man around could put on the shoe. Then the chief advisor asked the king if there was any man left who had not tried on the shoe. The king said that everyone had except for the boy that minds the cows. But the king said, I would not like him to come.
Well, dang, okay.
Now Jack got wind of what the king had said. So he angrily took his sword and stormed up the stairs up to the gate to the king's house, intending to kill the king. Question 12. What happened next? Option 1. The serpent came back. Option 2. Jack killed the king. Option 3. He was talked out of it. Option 4. A short green man appeared, standing there majestically with his sword drawn, blocking his way to the King of Ireland.
I wish it was that. There's no chance it's that. I think the serpent comes back and everyone's going to see him kill it. I think that's what it is. Serpent times 2.
What was number 1?
It was the serpent came back.
Oh, okay.
Although 50 miles of blood and water is a lot of blood and water.
What was number 4?
That was the short green man comes back.
Oh, if only. I think it's number 1. Wait. What
wait.
was number 2?
No, I need to change. Whatever
Jack
he picks,
killed
I
the
can't
king.
pick the same thing.
What?
2 for 5.
Jack killed the king. That's option 2.
Okay, what's number 3?
He was talked out of it.
I feel like the one that it's gonna be is number 1.
I gotta change then.
Okay, what do you say?
I don't think he kills the king. I guess he gets talked out of it.
You are right.
Yes! Finally. It's like
Nice.
2 points.
Well, I thought that one would be really easy. So, Jack was talked out of it by the keeper of the gate. However, when the princess saw Jack, she... Question 13. What did the princess do when she saw Jack? Option 1. Ran into his arms, crying. Option 2. Gave him a piece of her mind. Option 3. Killed him. Option 4. Gave him an item and put the pin of slumber under his head.
Oh, no.
No.
Slumber. Callback. Holy cow. Where's the gunman?
All right, what do you guys think?
I think it's she gave him a piece of her mind.
That's what I was going to say. What was the first option?
Ran into his arms, crying.
No, it's definitely not that one. What was the second option?
That is, gave him a piece of her mind.
Okay.
Third is killed him. 4 is gave him an item with the pin of slumber.
There's no way she killed him. So I'm going to have to go with the pin of slumber on this one.
Wow. I guess this is too hard because she ran into his arms crying.
How did she know it was him? She hadn't even put his foot in the shoe yet.
She just knows.
Reverse Cinderella. I mean, I imagine that she spent a lot of time with his invisible head in her lap. I guess you get to know somebody when that happens.
It's kind of weird that like she thought he was a different person the
Every
second
time.
time, so it's like,
Did
yeah.
you not listen to him talk at all?
Hmm.
Well, what you
Oh.
know?
So she recognized him and ran into his arms crying. So they found that the lock of hair that she had matched Jack, and the shoe that she had fit him.
Oh.
But of course.
So the two were married,
Yay.
and there was a great feast that lasted
Yay.
3 days and 3 nights.
What about
Wow.
Bill? Did we ever figure out what happened to Bill?
Screw Bill.
Aw.
Bill did nothing wrong. It was the queen.
All right. Now, after 3 days, there was something that appeared outside their window.
Bill.
Question 14. What appeared outside their window? Option 1, a magic deer with jingling bells. Option 2, a giant with 16 heads.
Oh gosh.
Please.
Option 3, a large rabbit carrying a basket full of eggs. Option 4, the bully, ready to fight Jack for his princess.
So it's either Christmas, Easter, more giants,
Or middle school.
or middle school. Classic middle school.
I think it's the deer.
Okay.
I think it cannot possibly be the Easter Bunny.
Never know.
I don't know. That's the problem. The bully, he went away too fast. He's coming back. He's back for revenge. That's what I think.
Okay, Isaac is right.
Woohoo!
It is the magic deer with jingling bells.
I need to guess faster.
All right. It was a deer that appeared, with bells all over it jingling. The deer called out to Jack, saying, "Where is the huntsman and the hound?" So it's like tempting Jack to go and hunt it.
Mm.
So Jack went out to hunt for the deer with his horse and his dog with him. He chased after the deer all day until he came to a cabin which was in a wood. Now there was an old woman who lived there. She was about 200 years old.
Oh.
Now the woman told Jack that he could stay for the night, but Jack asked what he should do with the horse and the dog. The woman said to tie them up with 2 strands of hair that she had. So Jack went out and tied the horse and the dog up with the hair. But when Jack came back into the house, question 15, what did the old woman do? Option 1, puts on boxing gloves and challenges him to a fight.
Please let it be that.
Option 2, offered him a totally innocent, definitely not poisoned drink. Option 3, revealed that she was his true mother. Option 4, she was not there.
How did the baker woman get here? There's no way. There's no way it's boxing gloves, I think.
I think it's the boxing gloves.
Okay. Hey, anything can happen.
This is my moment. I have no idea. What was the third option? It's his mom?
Yeah.
You know what? It's his mom.
Okay. So Isaac's right.
There's no way.
It was
There's
the boxing glove.
absolutely no shot.
I was laughing to myself, and you're like, "It's no way."
There's no way. This story is fake. Now I know. I thought it was real. Now I know it's fake. Everything else was believable.
The
Well,
old
boxing gloves is not.
Blew up the microphone.
the old woman put on a pair of boxing gloves,
Yeah, she did.
intending to fight him,
Mm-hmm.
I hope she friggin' killed him.
and she said to him, "You killed my 3 sons." So
She's a giant woman.
She's one of the Jotnar.
She's only young.
So the boxing gloves that she had, so it describes them as weighing 9 stone. I'm not sure what that is in pounds, but that's got to be pretty heavy.
It's really heavy.
Yeah, stems a lot.
And to make matters even worse, they had 15-inch nails sticking out of them. Some boxing gloves. Now, Jack was...
She's cheating.
She's acting.
Well, that's what old hags always do in these stories.
I'm gonna find out how many pounds. 126 pounds is 9 stone.
Wow.
Oh,
So
not as heavy as I thought it'd be, though.
that's a very heavy for a boxing glove, though. Consider.
Now, as you would expect, Jack was getting very hurt from the old lady.
She is gonna kill him. I knew it.
But then Jack cried out to his horse and to his dog to help him. But the woman
He
said
had a horse or dog.
He brought that way back when.
he tied them outside with the hair.
The hair.
But then the woman said, "Squeeze hair," and the hair that was around the horse and the dog began to tighten until they were being choked to
She has
death.
a hair control powers.
For only the hair that's around the neck of a horse and a dog.
Oh, your hair. That's a great question. He should have known from the get-go if her hair is 20 feet long. They lost the plot.
Well, I think they're like not attached to her, the hairs. She just has them.
Free hair.
They completely lost the plot.
But then, when Jack was thoroughly beaten, she threw him outside.
Thought they were outside.
No, he went back inside, and then the woman...
okay.
Yeah, okay.
Where she was going to reveal she was his mom.
So-
Instead, she boxed the
Beat
living
him up.
daylights out of him.
Now, far away, there was a boy who noticed that the water in the top of the well had turned to blood,
Random boy. Just knows.
and the water below had turned to honey. That boy was Bill.
Yeah! Bill.
Bill's gonna save the day.
Bill's gonna put on his own 10-stone boxing gloves with nails in them.
Sounded like
He's
he
9.5 stone boxing gloves.
sounded like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Was like,
Bill.
Oh, no, this one's bad.
All right.
That's probably not
So-
copyrighted.
Yeah, Bill, seeing the signal, knows that Jack is now in trouble. So Bill took his horse and his dog and went out looking for Jack. Now eventually, he came to the king's house, the same king as before. Now the king and the princess all thought that he was Jack because they looked so much alike. Now Bill spent the night there with the princess, and the princess thought that he was her own husband the whole time.
Dang.
Even though he has the special mark, she didn't even look. She doesn't even care. Also, the fact that it took the old hag in boxing gloves to change the well, but the giant serpent.
Yeah, the serpent and the
not
three
even a
giants. Yeah,
problem.
not even a
Not
problem.
even an issue for the well.
Okay. So, question 16. What happened in the morning? Option 1. The real Jack came back covered in wounds to everyone's surprise. Option 2. A mysterious old lady was outside with boxing gloves.
Oh no.
I wonder who she is.
It's probably nice.
Option 3. Another deer with bells was there. Option 4. A talking head was shouting at them.
Another deer gonna lead him straight to the woman with boxing gloves.
Is that your guess?
I think there was a talking head.
Okay.
I think surely we're nearing the end of the story. Jack is gonna show up with some wounds. Come on, this is the moment. The reunion.
You're both wrong.
No.
It was another deer with bells.
Dang it.
I thought you guys would guess
I
that
just
immediately.
stated that and left it.
So, yeah, this deer was covered in bells like the other, daring Bill to chase after it. It said, "The hunt is here. Where are the huntsmen and the hounds?"
This is a great slogan.
So Bill took his horse and his dog, because remember, Bill had the other horse and the
Right.
other dog.
The other foal and pup from the bumper fish I completely forgot about.
And he traveled all day until he came to a little house in a thick wood where the very old lady was, and she was sitting by the fire. Now, the woman gave him 2 strands of hair to tie up his horse and his dog.
No, don't take it.
But Jack, being smarter than
Wait,
his
that was
brother,
Bill. Wait, Bill, not Jack.
see, he is the science guy,
Bill.
did not trust the woman, and he threw the hair into the fire. Now, the woman put on the boxing gloves
Oh, no.
and began to fight with Bill.
Good thing Bill is also way better at fighting than Jack.
But when Bill was in trouble,
He's been training in that well.
he called out to his horse for help. Now the old woman said, "Squeeze hair." But the hare said, "I can't squeeze because I'm in the fire."
Classic.
Classic.
The hare talks to him.
No,
Now,
I cannot do that. I am in the fire.
the horse came and gave the woman a great blow with his hoof.
W horse.
Now, then in like manner, Bill called for his dog, and the dog bit the woman.
W dog.
Now, with the help of the animals, Bill was able to bring this old hag down.
Yeah.
But she protested, saying that if he spared her, she would tell him how he could get his brother back, along with his brother's horse and dog.
I like that they mentioned the horse and dog too.
Yeah.
It's good. You can get them too.
Now, she told him, and this is the next question. Question 17. What did she tell Bill? Option 1. The only way to get them back is for you, your horse, and your dog to tie 3 strands of hair around your necks.
Convenient.
Option 2.
You can trust her this time.
She means it.
Option 2. They had been turned into stones, and you must strike the stones with a stick. Option 3. You must put on a pair of slippers, think of Jack, and say, "High over." Option 4. You must punch yourself in the face 3 times with the incredibly painful boxing gloves. It's the only way to break the spell.
Boom. I'm choosing that one just because I really want that to be. The boxing gloves are always the answer.
What was 2?
It was turned into 3 stones, and they had to strike them with a stick.
That seems.
What was turned into 3 stones?
That was option 2.
I know. What is being turned
Jack
into?
and the horse. and
Yeah,
the
Jack the horse and the dog are turned into 3 stones,
I
and
think it's between 2 and 3. I'm gonna say 2.
you are correct.
Woohoo!
Dang it.
Yeah.
When I pick boxing gloves, it's not right.
So, Jack's horse and his dog had been turned into 3 little green stones. And the woman told him to take a rod that she had over the fire and to take it outside to the little green stones. And when you strike them with the rod, they will come to life again.
Why would he believe her?
Good question.
What?
I mean, I guess there's nothing to lose by doing it.
I guess.
So,
Well, she didn't have to turn them into rocks.
so Bill did so, and he got back his brother, as well as his brother's horse and dog.
I really want him to cut off her head and then chop it into 2 pieces, because there'd be a hag with 2 heads in boxing gloves.
But Bill also began striking other stones that were around the house. And there were hundreds and even thousands of men who came from all these stones.
For weeks, he's just smacking rocks with a stick.
So she had turned all kinds of people into stones. But yeah, now as Jack and Bill were on their way home, Jack was not pleased to learn that Bill had spent the night with his wife.
I'm valid, honestly.
Question 18. What happened next? Option 1. Bill promised that he would make it up to Jack. Option 2. The old woman chased after them. Option 3. Bill struck Jack with the rod, turning him back into a green stone, then went back to the princess. Option 4. 2 deer appeared, covered in bells, challenging them to a hunt.
No way. Fool me twice. Shame on me. What was 1 and 2?
1 is promise that he would make it up to him. 2 is the old woman chases after them.
Nah, the old woman's done for. I don't think she's back.
Okay.
What was 3?
Is Bill struck him with a rod and is like, I can get back with the princess.
Wall stone moment. I'm going with 1. It's
Okay.
1.
I think 2 deer appeared.
Okay.
No, please no.
You're both wrong.
Okay.
Bill struck Jack with the rod, turning him into a...
Not the stone rod.
So as they were talking and Jack got angry, and so Bill got angry in return and struck Jack with the rod, turning him back into a green stone. But when Bill had come back home to the princess could tell that he was grieved. And Bill, crying, told her that he had killed his brother. So he whacked the stone again and brought Jack back.
I killed my brother. Actually,
I didn't.
I did.
They're going to need some therapy after this. That's all I'm
love
saying.
Especially because Bill spent the night with his wife. Like, there's a lot of issues here.
Yeah. Now, Jack and the princess lived happily ever after, and they had lots of children. So much that they were throwing them out by the shovelful.
A shovel full of children?
That's what the storyteller says.
Surely
They're
that's
just born-
metaphorical.
Mm-hmm.
Stop, please! Stop having kids!
Now,
It's got to be metaphorical.
the storyteller actually ends by saying, and I think this is funny,
Nothing else here has been metaphorical.
that they had... The storyteller's like, oh yeah, I came by Jack's house one time and had tea with him, and that's the last thing.
Wait, that's how
Wow.
the story is?
So it was all real.
It
was all real.
Including the shovel full of
Yeah.
children.
That was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, that's the end.
What a tale,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah.
You know, the boxing 126-pound boxing glove hag really took me for a loop there. So I was, unpleasantly surprised, but it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
I wanted the short green man to come back so
I
bad.
desperately wanted him to make an appearance. That would have been.
I think he would have wrecked Jack.
Oh, 100%. He has all of the same gear, plus he can become the size of a
Castle, immune to poison.
immune to poison. Yeah.
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 And just not a coward who's like, no, I won't help you, princess.
Unless you let me take a nap invisibly in your lap, like an absolute weirdo. I do not know what Jack's motivation was.
Well, the little green man wanted the first kiss.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right. Maybe Jack is the little green man. He's just weird. There's
That's a
gotta be
weirdo.
one weird.
Yeah, maybe this is like the origin story for the short
for the short green man.
What is our scores, Isaac?
I don't even want to hear.
Yeah, this is probably all I have time for, so we'll have to end the story time here. Our scores, it was a close game.
No, it wasn't.
It was very close. I got 8 points. Jacob had 1.
Oh, I used all of my good luck last time when I tried to win and I came very close.
So then with round 1, that would be what, 16-8?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Because Isaac was up 8-7.
Yeah, he was 8. Yeah.
Wow.
We can separate them. They don't have to be this together. It's fine.
All right. Well,
That's good.
we might be the end of this time. I actually do have more stories.
Maybe we can do a third part if
Yeah.
people like this
Yeah.
sort of thing. Maybe we can
Yeah.
do more of this more often.
Yeah, and I think these other stories, I think you guys will like them too.
Hey, so far I've been really enjoying them. Great.
But yeah, we'll see.
Hmm
But
There's a lot of really, this book is so fun.
Mhm.
There's a lot of really, really short stories,
Mhm.
half a page or a page. There's one of St. Patrick who God calls him to go to Ireland to, be a missionary there. And he's like, I don't want to go to Ireland. And God's like, well, I'll give you bad neighbors. And St. Patrick's like, okay, I'll go. I don't
That was all it took. That was...
yeah, there's a lot of shorter ones that are also really good. But yes, we have enjoyed having you here with us.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah,
Love it.
thank you for listening and coming into the Fairy Tavern. But yeah, we genuinely hope that you have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.
So yeah, farewell, travelers.
Fare thee well.
Fare thee well.
Fare thee well.
Auf Wiedersehen.